Are men attracted to women who don't clean? Hmm, that's an interesting question that I want to kind of delve into coming up next. What's good, everyone? Mario here. In this video, I want to answer the question of, are men attracted to women who don't clean? Something where if you clicked on this video and wanted to watch it, maybe that resonates with you. It hits close to home and you're wondering, hey, I don't really give a shit as much as my peers and other women about cleanliness and tidiness. Does that impact how a man will be attracted to me? I want to talk to you about that in this video. But first, let me remind you that if you're not fully satisfied with your current love life experiences, online or in person, that I invite you to join my free Love Life Academy, where I'll send you free video lessons and other opportunities and resources that are all designed to help you level up your game and your love life. So if you're really serious about making a positive impact in that area, click the link in the description, take a few seconds to join. We'd love to have you. All right, so let's get into this question. We're talking about men, and are they going to be attracted to a woman who doesn't clean? Because you're kind of thinking that's you, right? Well, here's the thing that we need to understand. First, a big question is, are you someone who doesn't clean or doesn't like to? There's a difference. If you don't clean, well, then you're just kind of more sloppy, messy, dirty. And if you don't like to clean, then you do clean, but you will do so reluctantly. It's not your favorite thing, and you don't take all sorts of satisfaction in wiping down the kitchen and going to bed without any, dishes in the sink. That's not your thing. You don't get off on having that. So you just kind of need to understand that difference. Now, let's talk about the difference in men as far as how they develop attraction. All right, well, for men, you need to understand that we develop attraction rather quickly. It's damn near instantaneously. Basically, before you've spoken a word, most of the time, we've already assessed that we're attracted to you because we'll do it visually, and it usually just needs a few seconds. What we then tend to do is kind of try to fill in the blanks, and we try and squeeze in all sorts of rationale for why this is indeed someone that we're attracted to. So we'll look for all sorts of positive qualities to squeeze into this vision that we have of you that was really created based on your physical attraction. So what we need to then get into is, if a guy can be attracted to you, will his attraction remain? Will it grow, or will it diminish because of you're not wanting to clean or you don't clean? That's the real question, because he's going to be attracted to someone regardless. He's going to be attracted before he finds out that someone really isn't into being clean or being really tidy and all of that. So that's the big question. Will he remain attracted? Will it grow in his attraction, or will his attraction diminish? Let's think about that. Let's talk about reality. The reality is, for most men, they do prefer a woman who is more clean than them. Sort of their threshold for, what's attractive is that she's cleaner than them. All right. Because, like in general, if we're talking about generally speaking, of course, there are really, really tidy men who maybe want to do all the cleaning. But those are the exceptions. And the men who are more tidy than a woman in a relationship are also tend to be more the exceptions. There are some pretty neat guys out there, but generally speaking, women are tidier and neater and want things more clean than the men. So here's the thing. A man's threshold for how clean you have to be is probably just safely at cleaner than what he is. He doesn't need anybody worse than him, and he's looking for someone who is at least just a smidge better than him. All right, in that department, that's what he's going to find attractive. Now, that if you are, clean, that's going to be an attractive quality that you bring to the table. It's part of your total package, which we all judge each other by. So a man is judging you by your total package, and you're judging him by his. But that doesn't mean at a certain point in time, for example, at the beginning, your physical appearance stands out and is very important. But then later on, other things will pop up, kind of like, well, geez, like her bathroom's fucking disgusting. That's unattractive. She doesn't, have a clean house. How disgusting. It smells like shit in here. How disgusting. Well, yeah, the attraction can hit some road bumps, especially if you're not clean. Definitely, if you are clean, it helps out. But then you can be excessively clean and neat and obsessive, and that can also just backfire on you also. That can be unattractive to a lot of men as well. So here's the thing. If you aren't into cleaning, will this attraction remain, grow, or diminish? Well, the truth is, it won't really grow if you don't like to clean. All right. If you're less clean than the guy, it's not really going to be like, hey, I'm less clean than you. It's going to be like, great. That's awesome. I'm even more attracted to you now. No, probably best bet is if you're not really into cleaning, that his attraction for you will be unaffected, but very possibly it could diminish. Remember, sometimes you'll find these things out and other times you won't. You'll just never understand why. Like some guys will just be like, well, he'll hook up with me, but he won't date me and he won't be in a relationship with me. Tidiness can be an issue. I know I've run across it and I've just been like, holy shit. When you look like you got your shit together and then you see somebody's home and you realize what sort of smell there is or what sort of disorder there is, guys will just, okay, I see it, but they'll never tell you. So that's something that you need to understand. If you want a future, you don't want to be less tidy than the guy. All right. Guys don't want to have two slobs commingling. We already have that. That's called our buddies. That's called our roommates at one point in time when we room with a guy in college or beyond. And you know how guys are typically. So, what's my verdict? My verdict is that if you are a woman who doesn't like to clean, well, the truth is he's going to be less attracted to you. It doesn't work out in your favor, and at best, it just it doesn't affect his attraction to you, but that's best case scenario, I think. And the more likely scenario is that if you're less clean than him, he will have lost some attraction for you. Next, I want you to understand that the next verdict is that cleanliness is a quality that is part of attraction. It's like an ingredient. It's not the only ingredient for attraction, but it plays its part. Like I said, guys are going to be really deep into that physical appearance initially, but then we're going to look for all these reasons to round it out and fill in why we're attracted to you. You know that you can keep a nice and tidy home is only going to help if you want us to think about you long term. So remember that. And third, the verdict is if you want him to be attracted to you, what's your threshold for cleanliness? Well, you need to be cleaner than him. There's a threshold that men have that's pretty safe to say. Be cleaner than him, and you will be on much better ground than if you are below him as far as cleanliness. In most cases, unless he's obsessive, then that shit doesn't matter. He's tripping, all right? I'm not that obsessive type, but if the guy is that obsessive type and he expects you to be, yeah, that's not an issue right there we're talking about. Okay, so let's get back to the more regular mainstream sort of experience. The unpopular truth is that most men do want a woman who is going to be cleaner than them. That is what they want. Okay, if you ask, you poll 100 guys and you say, what do you want in a partner? Do you want a woman who is going to be messier than you or cleaner? Guys are going to raise their hand for cleaner. So that's what you need to understand. Because a lot of you out there, it's not that you have to be the cleanest person in the world, but at the same time, there's certain things that men desire out of a woman, just like there's certain things that women desire out of a man. And that's not to say that it's fair or that it's right, but it's an unofficial system. And when you fight this system, you will lose. If you try and fight the system and be like, well, that's not fair that guys find cleaner women attractive. I'm going to fight that system and be a messy slob and I'm going to win. You're going to have a very tough experience. So what I'm saying is you don't try and fight this system. You need to work with it and understand it. If you're not the most cleanest person, well, try and become clean enough that you can get by and that it doesn't cost you any sort of opportunities that really matter to you. All right. There are a lot of things that I don't like. I don't like to cook, but I can cook. I don't like to clean, but I can clean. And I have a certain threshold where I'm good enough. You know, I'm not total chef and I'm not total obsessive compulsive cleaner, but there's a threshold that I seek and that I feel comfortable with and that I feel others can feel comfortable with. We all have to kind of seek out that balance, but ladies, yes, cleanliness does matter. If you don't clean, it's unattractive, and at best, it will just do nothing to improve attraction. But if you are clean, it can improve attraction. Maybe not immediately when a guy first meets you, but it can be part of his sort of one of the ingredients that he combines in your total package to fully appreciate you and be attracted to you. So something to consider. All right, think about all that. Let me know your thoughts, what you think about this, what's been your experience. I'd love to see those in the comments. Remember, as always, if you want better results, you gotta become better. So see you all in the next video. You all take care. Thanks for watching. If you appreciated the content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you're ready to level up your love life, take 30 seconds to visit my website right now. Join my free academy. I'll send you exclusive content and invitations to participate in my online group conference calls. And if you're ready for serious change, sign up for a free barrier breakthrough phone call with me.